Welcome back, everyone, to the Lost Steps of Phandelver. Hope everyone had a good week.
It's been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
Busy.
yeah. Hell yeah. Still above ground.
That's good.
Lost in the depths
Good
IRL.
place to be.
Lost in the depth IRL. All right. After embarking on a perilous journey, our adventurers decided to hide a valuable and mystical amulet from their former travel companion, Brix, and his criminal boss. They also stashed the body of the now deceased Trebre and the powerful weapon of Athazar in a room at the local inn before heading out to barter at the nearby shops. As they left the blacksmith's shop, they heard some loud and chaotic noises coming from inside the abandoned house of Trebre. They approached to investigate and saw a massive shadow figure hovering over a Shatter Kai woman who seemed to be in conflict. Joining the unknown Shatter Kai in battle, they defeated the shadowy menace as it dissipated into nothingness. An uneasy and understandably distrustful conversation followed between the group and the unfamiliar woman who identified herself as Aliva. Aliva confessed to the group that she was looking for Trebre, who she referred to as a thorn in her side, as they all searched the house for any items that might have been missed. And that's where we're going to begin tonight's session.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Don't mind me drawing some fucking immigrants here.
Is that the Texas border?
Nah, too much water.
Too much water, that's right.
Texas border?
Nailed it, dude.
You just need some razor wire and your picture will be complete.
Oh,
What color is that? White?
I almost don't want to change the title card now. All right, I am though. I'm going to. All right.
Nah, you're good, man.
So as we continue through our searching, our investigating the ransacked house, which you can now see was 100% ransacked. Now that you have a moment to breathe after the battle, the fire on the wall now put out. There's a black spot of soot kind of next to the door here. You can see there's much mud and dirt scattered throughout the house here, along with remnants of books, pages, books turned on their side, laid flat down on the floor, totally neglect and disrespect to anyone who may have owned them before. The fireplace in shambles, pieces of it chipped and pulled away, rocks fall pulled away from the hearth. Perhaps somebody might have been looking for something that was hidden in that compartment or something. You can see there is one particular hole. Griff, you're the closest. You can see it kind of right above the mantle of the fireplace here. It's just a hole. Looks like a large stone was removed. Maybe something taken. Next to you, a bush, Ronan, which you were able to find a couple of good berries on last time. And in front of you, a couple of books as well, kind of laid down and face up. And at first glance, you notice the books are they have sketches of some sort, royalty, perhaps. A rather large woman wearing many bracelets, a couple of necklaces stacked up on one another, a crown on her head. You can see long flowing gown with embroidery around the bottom hem of the dress, made of elegant different types of fabrics. You can see the different textures, very detailedly drawn into the sketch here.
What
Next to
kind
her,
of book is this?
it's just seems to be a regular book. It's hard to say. It's kind of laid down on the floor, kind of upright. The page that's shown to you currently that it's open to has this drawing on it.
It's the
Pick it up and
Necronomicon.
leaf through it.
Yeah, sure. The book seems to be full of protocols, you would say. Like there's a table that seems to have settings, the plates, and there's forks and spoons and knives, and everything's laid out perfectly. There seems to be a vase in the middle of the table with flowers in it. There's some sketching next to it in common. It says 3 inches towards the guest. No more, no less. Very odd thing sketched in it. There are sketches as well in the caption, Ronan. Very odd notes. There seems to be one particular note as you kind of flip through, Ronan, without any investigation check required before we do any of that. Up in the upper right-hand corner, about 13, 14 pages in, there are a sequence of numbers written out.
What are the numbers?
You ready? Yep. 6, 1, 7, 4, 8, 6, 2.
And it's just the numbers.
Just numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have that now, I suppose.
Okay. All right. And as we kind of go around the room here, I'm just kind of like going around to kind of give you an idea of what's around you in the moment, as well as the things that we kind of detailed before. Aliva, you kind of look around. You see yourself in an odd situation here. You're kind of in the corner of the room here with these strange people kind of all around you.
Strange.
Well,
I mean,
strangers.
Yeah, that's
Strangers.
accurate. I'll accept
I
that.
mean,
Strange and
fair.
strangers.
However, you did just fight along their side. They did seem to come in and offer you help. So there is that. But I'd like to go ahead and give you the floor at this moment.
Oh, good stuff. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. So if I recall correctly, right, it was Ronan who shared the berry.
That's right.
Correct.
Yeah. So Aliva would probably honestly walk up to him, or honestly standing next to him, still, I guess, somewhat at least. It would kind of be like, so, why are you guys here? You didn't quite say
Oh, we heard a ruckus
why you showed up.
and decided to be nosy.
Ruckus.
Oh, heard a bunch of shit in here. Sounded like it was breaking, like there was a fight going on. So
And so now your group is comfortable going through the things of the person who belong, the things that are in this house.
Yeah, we like to peruse the fellows' homes.
oh, this is kind of our house now. We've taken it over.
This is our house. Damn
Do
it.
you make a habit of doing things like this?
Well, no one was here. A few people around town said it was abandoned. The Trebray's missing, and we said, fuck it. Let's just fucking settle some more stuff here. We still have rooms at the inn, so we haven't officially moved in, but we're contemplating calling this place home.
We're just
And that's-
borrowing it.
Legal, yeah. Okay.
I don't think legality is really a thing around here.
I mean, that's true. The townspeople are very forgiving.
Well, as far as I understand it, there's that big crocodilian dude that we met. Everybody we talked to seems to be afraid of him, thinking he's running the joint.
Yes, this town is full of flaws. He, perhaps the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I think we have no choice but to meet up with him sometime in the very near future here.
I was gonna say we did miss a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We should probably
It's
at least
fine.
go see him before we.
He'll just take it out on Briggs again.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And had you guys met Trevor before?
No, we met
That's a
his
loaded
friend,
question.
and his friend went to send us to find him.
Yeah, we're I mean, there's a lot more details that we could definitely offer you once we get better acquainted and see how everything works out here.
So you're implying your connection to him is not straightforward?
It's definitely not straightforward, no.
Yeah, we were sent to find him, and we're still on that quest.
Have you come across anything related to an amulet by chance?
We've heard of such things.
Well, that was vague.
It is.
You know, there's some sort of, I don't know what to really call it. It was more than a crypt, but had depictions of a couple of things. The amulet, the Athazar, I think was his name.
Where is this place?
Under here.
Under our feet. Unfortunately, it caved in as we basically fled for our lives to get out of there before the entire cavern collapsed on us.
I told you dynamite wasn't a good idea underground.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's usually the answer to everything.
Yeah, unless you're underground.
Poor
Leave a-
wily
I
coyote.
digress.
Leva looks very annoyed to hear this, but just kind of purses her lips. Doesn't say a word.
I'm gonna say we're on our way to visit the dockmaster in town. He seems to. We were told he's a vendor. He might have some cool stuff to take a look at. Apparently, he's a gem specialist. We have a few gems that we found that we'd like him to check out. You're more than welcome to come along.
Perhaps. I've already explored some here. Sure. I'll follow.
I mean, we can always come back here. I don't think this place is going anywhere, and I don't think Trebray's coming back anytime soon.
Apparently not, no. Which I still find slightly suspicious, but
It's funny, the entire town seems to be over the top concerned about his whereabouts.
Very popular guy.
Yeah, everyone we talk to is, seems to consider him to be their friend and seem to be adamant about, where he's gone to.
yes, well, he's very good at loading things over people's heads, so I'm not surprised.
We are in the process of trying to discover who to trust as well. We have people asking us to find Trebray. We have this mobster boss man running the town who says he wants to meet with us a second time. We don't know who to trust or who to follow. We're just playing it by ear at this point.
Well, I won't claim that you can trust me, because I don't know what your priorities are yet, but I will tell you that as soon as I find Trebray, I do plan on killing him swiftly and painfully.
Okay, well,
You speak as a woman scorned. There's a story, huh?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I'll look at Rhoda go.
I guess we can leave our stranger to her secrets
There's definitely a
for
story.
now.
I mean, let's all like give it some time and
Shit, let's
Yeah.
hope we don't bump into Trebray. Fuck.
the
I
truth
hope I do.
the truth always gets exposed with time.
Truth and bones.
That too.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, D1's not really that interested in checking out. I don't know if anybody else wants to search the room anymore.
I wanna. There's no getaway. I want to poke around this hole.
There you go.
Yeah, I definitely would also try to inspect that collapsed underground as much as I possibly could.
All right, you got it. You got it. So you guys want to investigate a little. Just kind of go around, look at the stuff that might have been left. You are heading to the back of the house, Oliva?
Yes, that's where that is. Yeah.
All right.
I can instruct Rummy to show her the way.
Sure.
I'll just say, don't worry, he looks a little freakish. Robot sharks out of water, but he's friendly and under full
He
control.
flies too.
Yeah. But he'll show you where the down part is. The very first part by the door is already clear, but I assure you, if you go deep enough into there, you will hit rubble.
Rock bottom.
Rock bottom, yeah.
Yeah, so she'd go as far as she could.
Oh, be wary of bear traps.
Bear trap? Are there bears down here?
No, but there are bear traps.
God damn.
We all
There
got
were.
got, man.
Didn't we
There
leave?
was
I
plenty.
think we gathered most of the bear traps.
And we
Yeah,
left them in a
yeah.
room.
Left them in a giant room. You
Yeah.
should be okay, but yeah, it's best to watch your step down there for sure.
All right. So, if just go ahead and just move them both. If give me 1 second here. Whoa, there we go. So Aliva, as you kind of, if you scroll your mouse wheel out a little, and you'll
it's
see
on the side,
you're in another part of the map.
Yeah, I see
here.
it.
Okay, nice. So you seem to be kind of down below the house here, and you see there is an opening in the floor all the way south of the room here. Rummy kind of seems to move forward a little bit there and kind of guide you as you see a ladder kind of hung down a rather large opening in the basement floor. What do you all do? Does Rummy fly down?
Rummy will just sort of hover around the top of the opening and see what Leva does.
Leva would peer over, trying to definitely keep Rummy in her line of sight, and then snap her fingers and say, "You, down."
Oh boy.
Rummy will look back at her. He'll do like a little robot shrug with his little shark arms, and he's gonna fly down.
Nice.
And then she tried to track how, first of all, if there's any kind of light emitting from him, try to track the light to see how far actually down it is, to see if she could hear him hitting anything on the way down, that kind of thing.
So there
Yeah.
isn't.
I think his
there's-
eyes might glow a little red, but besides that, he
I
doesn't
thought he
admit
had one of
light.
those light stones on him.
No, he has dark vision, but I don't think he has any actually emitting light except for his eyeballs.
I thought we gave him something for that.
Just tell him to shoot laser beams.
Yeah. I mean, he could cast his,
Are you following Rummy down the ladder?
Is it pure blackness then, or just darkness?
It is pretty dark. Yeah.
You do have dark
But
vision.
you can see up to 60 feet.
I think she'd be willing to go as far as she could see, only because she doesn't quite trust the people above her that this is
Yeah.
some elaborate trick.
Sure. So you kind of find yourself here. Let me. Okay, you should be able to see. You find yourself kind of in the middle. Like, you've got about probably 4 or 5 feet to the ground here. You're kind of on the. You have enough headroom here to kind of get a good look at where you're at, and you can see you're all the way up against the ceiling, obviously, but this part of the cave is kind of meet your feet a lot closer than the rest of the cave. From your distance here, you can see kind of down a corridor here, the path here. You can see it spans probably a good 20 feet before it reaches the bottom. I mean, it's a pretty steep degrade here.
And is there evidence that something did blow up previously, like they said?
It doesn't look like anything blew up here. From what you can tell, Aliva, there are rocks kind of that fell or were knocked away from above. You can see that they're evident here. They have fallen down from above as far as to make that hole that you're coming down from, but you don't see any evidence of any kind of cave-in or anything like that. As a matter of fact, it seems quite peaceful down here for the most part. It's very quiet.
Would it make sense? And I'm asking this genuinely. Would it make sense to like roll a perception check, or is that?
Oh,
If
you wanna?
If she's questioning what, since they mentioned a cave in, and that doesn't seem to be one.
Are you looking for something in particular? Because you're not technically all the way down into the cave yet. Do you wanna hop down into the cave?
Yeah, sure, go for it. And then I think mostly she's concerned: are they tricking her somehow?
Oh,
or lying about something.
I see. That's brilliant, actually. Go ahead and roll a perception check, yeah, and we'll see what you see. Good
work?
lord, look at that!
24.
It's a 24. Oliva, you can see
everything.
you can see pretty far. As a matter of fact, there is another corridor over here. Let me just make sure that you can see what I see. Perfect. You can see the corridor over here. And I'm just going to move your character a bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah. And I actually am only seeing. Oh, it's just that logged out. Hold on. Never mind.
I'm seeing a blue screen.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
I can see okay.
Can you see?
I was seeing, but now it went black, and I see nothing now.
Really?
Are you seeing by right?
Right. Zooming out all the way.
Yeah, I zoomed it all the way. Let's see. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay, nice.
Roll 20.
Perfect. What you see, Oliva, is the corpse of some kind of creature, laying on the cavern floor here. There's stalactites and stalagmites everywhere. I will say this: you rolled pretty high. Up in the corner of the room, precisely in this area here, if you can see where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
There is a difference of texture about the top of the cave. It is a little bit less glisteny, we'll say. A little bit more dull, a little bit more it just, you could tell that there's something not quite right.
And are there any footprints in this entire area? Like
It's
human or not?
It's rock mostly, so it's not really, no. Is there anything particular that you're trying to that you want to do? Give you some time here to.
She'd investigate the corpse first to make sure it's actually dead.
Sure. And you can move up to it if you'd like to, and get a good look at it. You see that there's a pond beside you. You can actually see it. I think I left it on the screen as well. Did somebody collect the skull?
I don't think so.
I don't
No,
think
that
so.
was like a rotted body at the bottom of the pond, if I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we took that.
You
skull.
don't. Okay, you didn't take it. Okay, I was.
Not this
yeah.
one.
So you do see there's a corpse, Oliva. It's actually just below the surface of the pond here. It looks as though it's been here for quite a while. The skull has been basically cleaned of the meat. It is very it's a skull. There's also the corpse of a very large creature in front of you here. And if you want to roll a history check for me, Oliva, we'll see if you remember or if you've ever been if you've ever had an encounter with a creature like this.
Okay.
Give her some fun rolls. Ooh. Okay. You know that there are creatures that dwell within caves. As a matter of fact, in your upbringing, before you even attended certain schools, we'll say, you yourself probably likely in the nature, being the with the temperament that you have, would probably have stumbled into a cave at some point, and probably had an encounter with a trapper before, which is a kind of a large manta-like creature that clings to the upper ceilings of caves and waits for prey to walk by, and then basically attacks it and ambushes it. You know that these are a thing from where you're from. However, you've never seen a trapper this big before. This the corpse of one, and you instantly can probably assume that there are probably more down here.
Does it look freshly dead?
I would say roll a. I'm not going to make you roll. Actually, I am going to make you roll. Roll a survival check.
Very low.
Oh, look at that!
Oof.
Natty one. This thing could have died an hour ago or last week. It's really hard to say.
Wow. That sucks to suck.
You think there could be a door there, but you're not entirely sure.
You've been in
It's
a room
dead,
before.
all right. All right. She's gonna inspect the skull next. Be like, well, who knows when this thing died? There's no way of possibly knowing. Moves on to the skull.
Sure. Roll an investigation check. Then we'll move on here in just a second. We'll go back and forth. This is fine.
All right.
A 12. So as you kind of get closer, Oliva, you can see there are pieces of flesh still kind of on the lower part of the body here, on the legs. Why is it thunderstorming in the cave?
I mean,
Because it's a weird fucking cave.
Oopsies. I'm sorry
Rummy
about
has
that.
indigestion.
I know. There you go. And as you investigate the body here, Leva, you kind of get close. You don't touch it too much. You kind of notice that the brackish water of the pond is stagnant. It's probably been down here in the same spot for who knows, right? And as such, you notice there are scratches and gouges out of the flesh that still remain that fit the description of what a trapper would do to an unsuspecting victim. They kind of latch onto you, and then they kind of they latch on in such a way that you can't escape, and then they basically just eat while they're doing that. And it looks to you as though this was the victim of a trapper. Probably, maybe even this trapper that's dead.
Okay. Can Rummy talk, by the way?
He cannot.
cannot.
No. But
Okay.
D1 can hear what you say to him. But I can't talk back, unfortunately.
That's okay. I doubt, besides hearing her grumpily mutter about things, I doubt she'd know to speak to Rummy as if D1 could hear her, so.
No, probably not.
You just get to hear a bunch of bitching under her breath, though.
Yeah.
Talk all the
That's
shit
awesome.
you want.
He's just gonna sort of fly in like circles.
She looks at him, she's like, can you do anything helpful?
He's gonna fly right up to her and just do a shrug.
Do a shrug.
She just sighs. Probably leaves that area, to be honest, and would go to inspect the off wall next.
Yeah. For sure.
But I didn't know if you wanted you said to pause
Yeah.
away from the area for the
Yep.
others.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and cut back up real quick. 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to do the music at the same time. Like, taking forever. All right. My apologies. I don't know why it's taking so long tonight. Everything's loading so slowly.
Oh, mine's
All
up.
right. Nice.
God.
All right. D1, sorry, Brandy, you're kind of at the the bookcase kind of where the battle ended, and you saw Oliva kind of leave the go into the other room, along with Rummy. Is there anything that you wanted to do while we're in this position, this area?
Well, I feel like I was, resting. Eyes.
You were, yeah.
No, I mean, I think looking around the room, I don't think there's anything that would necessarily
Okay.
be of interest to me.
Okay.
D1's gonna look around at everybody and go, she's down in the cave. I can see her. I don't know how far she's gonna inspect, but there's not much to find down there. Do we want to go down and check on her?
I mean, if you can see her, we don't really need to.
No.
It won't take her long.
Trouble, but oh shit, we didn't tell her about those fucking living kite things.
We didn't warn her about much.
Yeah.
But we don't know how far deep it. We were way in there when that cave-in happened.
We were.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anybody got any qualms about taking this goodberry bush?
I mean, we can take it, or we can just come back and harvest it every once in a while. This house seems to be free access anytime we want at this point.
Could we
I
fit
just
it
don't
in
want
our
somebody
bag of
else to
holding?
take it. Yeah. That's what I've been looking back at the
Hell yeah.
bag of holding in this pot.
We could probably
You're
slip
like,
it in there, right?
Well,
Will it
it's
survive?
What's
I
the
don't know.
opening on the bag of holding?
Hmm.
It should be on the sheet, on the card.
I want to say it's 2 foot.
Yeah, I think a bag of holding has a 2 foot by 2 foot opening.
We could
Yeah,
fucking
this is
jimmy
a-
it in there.
Pretty big potted plant.
Haha.
If you can think of a creative way to make this happen, I'd love to hear it.
Just ties it to his back.
No, this is a great idea because it is a good berry bush.
Yeah, I've been mulling it over. I think
Mhm.
probably just deal with it when we go to leave town.
Why don't
Okay.
we make like a cutting, like a fucking weed clone?
I thought about that too, but I don't know how to grow anything.
I mean, we could set up some hydroponics.
Can we? Is that a thing
God
you
damn.
need to do?
I can see where this is going. This is great.
Throw some good shit.
Start a business.
Fucking become the cartel.
Wait, this is turning into Breaking Bad. I love it. Yeah.
Right. We're turning Trevor's house into a meth lab.
Heisenberry.
I mean, it already looks like one.
Oh man,
Heisenberry.
Heisenberg, yeah.
Nice.
We got the only blueberries in town.
Just so you know, yeah, that's right. Just so you know, so, and this isn't me just being difficult. This is a kind of a good berry bush is kind of a rare thing, especially in this part of the world, especially in a swamp place like this. However, Trebre being Trebre, has it, and you can see it's more of a large bush, or well, not really a large bush.
So,
What could I say?
it's from the 70s, is what you're saying.
God damn it. I
My
was going
God.
there too, man. You beat me
Oh,
to
you guys, get your minds out of the trash and back in the gutter where it belongs. It's pretty wide at the base. You could take it out of the pot, perhaps.
Look to everybody. Does anybody know anything about horticulture?
In real life, yes, very much.
For who?
Horta.
it. What'd
What'd you call me?
Yeah. yeah.
Jesus. Plant.
I love
I don't
it.
have
Play
no
it out.
culture.
Play it out.
Yeah, we're
In general, could anybody, if we cut some of this and take it with us, can one of us grow it?
Bitters would fly off with it, but
I don't think our group is getting any growing skills here.
You know what? Let me hold on a second.
I think you would have the most skill with that, wizard.
I just know how to grow peaches.
Do you? I think you just know how to eat peaches.
So this, I was just looking some stuff up. So this, if one person were to, take take the bush out of the pot, it would absolutely fit down in the bag of holding. You would just have to repot it once it's in.
All right, I'm looking for a pot.
Okay, there's a bucket that's pretty close to you, Ronan, right here.
If there's anything in the bucket, I'll dump it
It's-
out.
Nothing in the bucket. It's actually, there's cobwebs in the bottom. It's dry.
All right.
Wait, why can he not just use the bucket that's already in?
So the bucket is
This is too
smaller.
big.
It sounds so dumb, but you know what? Just put the goodberry bush in the goddamn bag of holding. It's fine. We don't have to go through it. Well, the reason is
It's over this bush.
initially when I put it in, I was like, oh
Yeah,
man, they're
that's
gonna
great.
do, and I was totally good with that. But there are other implications. We're gonna let you do it anyway. It'll be fun.
We
Okay.
broke the DM.
No. This is great. This is great.
I gotta be like, is there gonna be enough like light and oxygen in that bag of holding? I'm pretty sure there's
Questions?
no air in there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We
question.
will find out.
It'll
Let's
be
take
like
it
a
up for
vacuum-
air a couple times a day.
vacuum chamber, man. It's like putting it in space.
Oh god.
It
All right.
won't die, but it also won't live.
Perfect. Yeah, you managed to just barely fit the potted plant down into the bag of holding, Ronan. Yay! Hooray! As you kind of do, you notice out the window, the rain seems to be steady. You can see the mud, kind of the pond piling up outside. There are the several ponds around the house here. All right. Is there anything that anyone else wants to do before we go back to Oliva here?
Yeah, D1's gonna start heading down towards her.
All right, you got it, D1.
Wasn't Griff like elbow deep in a hole?
Trying to be.
Yeah. So D1, you're heading towards her, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on my way down.
Put you there. And then Griff, what were you doing, Griff? I'm sorry.
Poking around this hole. This
Yeah,
here
we're-
hole.
Yeah, roll a. What were you? You just kind of like generally looking just to see.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could like peer down and see if I could see the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. It's gonna require moving around some rocks and stuff. So if you want to roll an investigation check,
Investigation.
and Griff is using his new claw hands
Hell yeah.
to do this.
Like a claw machine now.
You need another quarter, sir.
God damn. Ah, shit.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
7. What's with you
Nothing.
guys' rolls tonight?
My
Um,
first one was great, and that's the only good one we're gonna get.
I know. All right, Griff, you kind of reach your hand down in the hole here,
Ooh.
and you could tell there's mostly just cobwebs. There was something here at some point. You're sure of it because of the shape of the hole. There was a box or something that was fit in here.
It's not like dank, moist.
I
doesn't-
mean,
God damn it.
My God.
Probably have to reach in a couple more times.
You don't really notice anything else. There is a couple of iron hooks that kind of are in the front of the fireplace here. They also look like they had something, maybe a sword or something was presented on them. It's hard to
So,
say.
do I get a
Spear,
sense
blah,
of like how deep it goes? Yeah.
Oh, the hole in the fireplace? Yeah, it's probably almost to your elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
If you were to have a hand, you could. Sorry. Sorry. You
God
know,
damn it.
all last session I called you my red friend, so you know,
That's accurate,
canceled.
man.
Yeah.
Cancel. Fuck. It's there. So it's for sure. Like there was a box in there.
There was a box in there. Yeah. 100%. Yep.
All right. Fuck. I guess that's all I can pretty much glean. I'll just kind of shout to the rest of the team like, Hey, it looks like someone else has been here, guys, fellers. There's a big hole, and it looks like a stash was taken out of here.
Someone's already used the hole.
Hole's empty now.
I've been looking for the box now.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Hey, I'll make it awkward.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, Griff, there isn't really anything there's a couple of statues on either side of the fireplace here. They seem to be owls with their wings spread. It's intricate and very detailed. It's interesting to you why they would be on a fireplace, but they are nonetheless. They seemingly made out of stone.
Owls.
Yeah, you can see
Can
them here
I-
on the map if you look closely. It's hard to see them.
Am I able to like decipher what kind of owl it is, or
He's here.
okay?
Just looks like an owl to you, with its their wings spread.
Does it look any like? Do I recognize it from the that dream state that we went into during our adventures? Like, was it trapped with? Wasn't there like a one that was trapped with rummy and bitters at some point in a cage?
Roll a history check for me, Griff.
History.
History.
Boop.
Hey, natural.
God
one.
damn it.
You remember
Dumb as fuck.
being on a mountainside, watching the wind blow through the trees. You're just thinking about it right now in the moment. You're just kind of like looking off in the corner of the room. What a great time, Griff. What a great time that was. Like
Fucking
the top of the
elevator music.
hill. Yeah, it's just man. You don't know why your mind wandered there, but it did.
Okay.
In other words, yeah, you totally just dozed off. You're like ADD'd. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of just fucking peaches. Just
Just
a
peaches,
field
yeah.
of squishy peaches. Just running through. Alright. Fuck it.
There is one thing though, Griff, I will give you, even with your one, because it's part of it. There were some books and stuff burned. You can tell the fire is there's no fire here, but there is heat coming off, and it's warm to the touch still as you get closer. And there is pages in here, for sure.
Oh shit. Are they actually burning or?
They're already burned.
I'll just kind of shout to everyone like, yeah, it looks like there's looks like someone's trying to cover their steps here. Some burnt pages in the fireplace, y'all.
Ooh, that's ominous. Can we make out anything on the papers?
No,
Anything legible?
Looks like they're already burned.
Would you like to kind of get a good look, Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll.
I'll wake up and come over.
Yeah. No worries.
We got you hooked in the mystery.
12. So it's you begin to kind of sift through, Brandy, through the pages here. It's a little bit warm to the touch, the bottom anyway. As you kind of get closer to like the source of the heat, and there is some pages smoldering still with some legible writing. It looks as though this the bottom of it is kind of caught still a little bit. Most of the page is still intact. There's one that you see if you want to grab it.
Yeah.
You want to grab it and pull it out?
Yeah,
But
let's go for it.
It's still kind of there's embers on the bottom of there if you want to kind of.
I'll blow on it, gently.
Okay. Kind of yeah, right. You kind of shake the page a bit. You see, there's a little bit of smudged ink on the back, from what you can tell. And you turn the page around here. Brandy, there is most definitely a map
Oh, I love maps.
on the back of this page. On the front of the page, there seems to be, looks like directions.
Directions like
There's
does
only
it
a
give
couple
you
of
any?
things jotted. Yeah, there's only a
Okay.
couple of things. What you see is on the front of the page is, it says north at the Y. Okay.
Yeah.
East through the crags. Along the river to the cave.
Okay.
The map is very crude, Brandy. It's just something very, looks quickly sketched out, and it looks exactly like you would imagine. There's a section of the Sword Coast here, along with a Y in the road that kind of veers off in two different directions, one to the east and one to the north. And you can see where the road, if you take east, would lead you. There are mountains and kind of depictions on the sketch of sharp kind of points that would depict some kind of a crag, volcanous area here.
Yeah, sure.
And you see a river next to it, and then there's a little hole next to the river with a big red X drawn through it.
Very interesting.
Is that a fucking treasure map?
I mean, it has to be something if they cared enough to write it down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's somewhere that we've been before, though.
But why would somebody want to burn it?
And why would it be here?
Shit. So many questions.
So little time.
Yeah. Along with that, Brandy, there are very little remnants. Most of it's been burned away. You can tell that this has been burning for a while. It is absolutely a miracle that this one page hasn't been absolutely burned away, at least unrecognizable at this point. It's just a little singed from what you can tell. All right. Perfect. And there doesn't seem to be anything else of value or that you would recognize as being suspicious around the fireplace here, aside from the owls, which, Griff, you kind of look around the area here, along the sides of the fireplace and along the top, and you don't see any kind of hooks or gauges or knobs or anything that would, that you can twist or turn or pull or anything like that. There doesn't seem to be
Twist and knob.
any.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, and as we continue here, Ronan, you're kind of closest to the door. I'm going to go downstairs in just a second here. Is there anything you wanted to do by the door here?
Probably just sit in this chair, kick the bucket over, put my feet up, and keep leafing through this book.
Yeah, you got it, Ronan.
Just trying to figure out, is it like a servant's handbook or?
Yeah, so I would say you since you're spending some time with it, we're gonna just bypass any kind of stupid low rolls here and just say roll a perception check for me, just a general perception. This is not to succeed or fail. This is just for content, just to see how enthralled you become, just for fun. 11, which is 15, which is pretty good. Yeah, Ronan. So I'm gonna come back to you in 1 second. As you're flipping through the book, we're gonna keep your 15, but I'll come right back to you. Because you got a high number, so we give you a little bit more. Okay. Let me. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. All right, Aliva. You
Yes, sir.
you begin to oh, my bad here. Sorry, 1 second. As you're kind of as you continue to kind of look through the pond here, D1, I'm going to begin to put you on the map, but we're going to just wait 1 second
Yeah.
before I
no
go
problem.
to you. Jose, you're coming down, right? Like, we'll just
Yeah.
and then and as you kind of stand here, Aldinas, you can see, like I said, there's a texture up in the corner of the cavern here, this particular chamber. It's quite high. It seems to be over here,
As in beyond the pond.
beyond the pond. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So she approached that, and I asked Rummy if Rummy can fly up and see what's up there.
Yeah. D1.
Yeah, he'll fly up and see what he can see. I don't know if
Sure. How close do you want to get, D1?
as close as he can get.
You want to fly right up on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Not touch anything, but close enough to get a good visual on it.
Yeah, sure. D1, roll a... Man, I feel like I've been doing this wrong, but... roll an investigation check for me. He is investigating, so...
Low
Oh,
rolls tonight, 11.
lots of low rolls tonight. D1, you begin to observe through Rummy's eyes as he kind of approaches the kind of the top of this particular chamber here. There is water dripping from above, seemingly from the bog, somewhere in the bog, and before you even get to the top of the chamber, you see a little bit of movement off to your left. Before you notice, there's definitely kind of like a large sound, almost like the sound of a flapping wing or something, as some rocks crumble. And no sooner you look up and you see Rummy kind of quickly gain focus of a creature that is now kind of gone up farther onto the cave ceiling. It's probably maybe a good 12, 13 feet away from you. And this one seems to be much larger than the one on the corpse on the floor.
Can Aliva see it from that far since it's like kind of crawled up?
She, I would say roll a perception check for me, Aliva. Do it with advantage since you are looking in the direction that Rummy is. You're already looking in that direction, so let's see.
All right. It's probably gonna be a good roll. Maybe.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah, you do notice it, Aliva, to the point where you hear the sound of the disturbed air around it from its flap as it kind of gets higher and gains elevation, and before it sticks to the top of the ceiling here. This trapper, as it's called, is, if you can imagine a large manta ray. This is larger than the corpse on the floor before you here. This is probably 20 foot.
It's the king.
It's massive. And it seems to have ridges on its back from what you can observe here.
I very quickly look at Rummy, look to the trapper, look back at Rummy. I'm like, well, Rummy's not actually alive, I think. So, fuck it. I'm bailing.
Oh, you gonna take off?
I would
You
try
got
to
it.
sprint.
Ruby's gonna
Nice.
definitely
Yeah.
follow.
You're gonna follow. All right.
yeah.
So Aliva, you're gonna kind of run through the passage here. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And as you do, you see D1 kind of making his way down to the bottom of the ladder. D1, you can go ahead and
Yeah, I'll move down. I'm just gonna like in a
see her
whispering
kind
voice.
of running forward.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, that thing. I can see that thing up there. I can see through Rummy's eyes. I don't know if we want to disturb that motherfucker.
Aliva's like, I don't think so. No.
Yeah. I just came down to make sure you were okay. We were very deep in here when we experienced the collapse, and we actually came out a back entrance. So I don't know how far this is still open. We haven't really explored it since we escaped the cave-in deep inside, but everything around this front area is pretty barren except for these fucking manta creatures.
Did you see the body of the other one? Did you already come across it?
We killed that.
Ah.
Yeah, that thing attacked us when we came down, and it was a battle, but we got him.
And the corpse in the water, was that one of yours?
That corpse in the water looks like it's been there for a long time.
I am a poor judge of decomposition.
Decomposition, yeah. Correct. We think that thing in the water has been there, we don't know how long, but it was there when we got here, that was.
How squishy is it? Does it feel like a peach?
I mean...
At that point, probably not.
Yeah. So I'll look at Oliva and say, we do have plans to check this out again at some point and just see how far the cave-in came, but there was a massive underground structure. If you go way back, it's quite a journey to get there.
And why did you guys come down here? And what led to the need for the explosives in the cave-in?
We were joking about the explosives. We don't believe we caused the cave-in. It just happened. We were sent down here by a gentleman we met at the inn who was concerned for this wizard Trebre. And we just came down looking. We decided to check his house out. We discovered this cave system. And we wandered through for probably a couple days before the place collapsed on us and we barely made it out alive.
Did he say why he was concerned about Trevery?
Said he's been missing for quite some time and that he was a close comrade of his. That's all he told us, really. He did offer us payment, though. The reason we came down here was honestly not out of our own goodwill, I'll be honest. It was because he offered us gold and platinum to find him.
And did you find anything else?
We haven't really found anything else, no. But,
and you're meeting with the essentially the mob boss. You're meeting him a second time now? That's your plan?
Yeah, we met up with him once. He threw us in a pit to fight some unnaturally god-awful bear creature. Apparently we proved our value to him, and he offered us employment. At the time, it seemed like a good idea, but since talking to some of the townsfolk, we're not quite sure yet. We're just gonna see what he has to say and take it from there, I guess, is our plan. We're not really sure what the fuck we're doing, I'll be honest.
I'm also not sure about your group in that regard. I mean, it seems you guys are very prone to making yourselves known and helpful and useful to people in this town. Are you from here?
We got abandoned at shore, a few miles, I guess, south from here, and we wandered through forest and came across this town. And, yeah, we're all fairly new acquaintances overall, but, we're all just looking for whatever adventure and riches, employment, whatever we can find.
So, your motivations are selfish and not noble.
Let's call it self-preservation.
All right, sure.
I mean, we don't really... I myself don't really have a home, so I got nowhere to get back to. As far as the rest of them, I haven't really had that conversation with why they're here, but I'm honestly just a wanderer, getting by the best I can.
Well, did you follow me for any particular reason, or no?
Just, I could hear and see through my little companion's eyes, and I wanted to make sure that you were okay. Yeah, you start getting attacked by these things. I just wouldn't want you in here by yourself when one of these manta creatures decides to rampage.
She smiles faintly. You can't tell if it's a genuine or a sarcastic smile. She goes, "All right. Thank you."
No problem. Yeah, we're gonna go check out one more vendor in town, and then I don't know. We'll talk to the rest. We're supposed to meet up with this mobster boss dude. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'll be honest.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I'll follow. If that's okay.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to tag along.
All right.
We're gonna head back to the main room, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perfect. All right. As you kind of make your way up the stairs here, let me. You kind of find easily find your way back through the. Haha! You totally did, didn't you?
Yep.
There we go. Technical difficulties. Nice. As you kind of make your way through the different rooms here, I'm gonna go ahead and just move you through. I don't know if you've seen this room yet, Aliva.
Well, you would have walked through it quickly on the way down.
Well, I mean,
but,
visually.
Yeah.
And you can see that there, as you walk through, there are the bookcases that have been kind of pushed over. There are dressers and such that are empty. There's a desk that all the drawers are open. There doesn't seem to be anything left. The bed's kind of out of place.
Ooh, okay.
As you all make your way back into the main room. And I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, I'll just look at Ronan and Brandy here close to me and say, you guys want to go? Blacksmith said that we should check out the Dockmaster, my good old drunken buddy.
Oh yeah.
You
Hell yeah, man.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's go.
Spirit animal.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be hammered, but we'll see how useful he is.
I think that dude's perpetually hammered.
I mean, he's a drinker.
He's a dock master in a swamp.
True. I mean, if that was my life, I'd be drunk too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll bring that book with me.
All right, perfect. All right, Ronan. Yeah, so you close the book, Ronan. You see it has a kind of a royal blue cover and back. It's actually very like high class from what you can tell. It's like it doesn't seem like it'd be very cheap.
It's
almost like like a tech, maybe possibly like a book from a university or something like that. It's hard to say. As we kind of journey outside, oh my God, load for me.
The loading
pretty
dock.
quick for me.
Yeah, mine's going automatically too.
Mine's still loading.
Is it okay?
Same. What is going on here?
Is yours loading too?
Sounds like all of ours are.
Yeah, mine popped right up. I don't know.
Yeah, mine did too.
Okay.
Mine popped up, but it's like missing half of the.
Yeah, same. Lots of black squares.
Oh, it's taken a second to catch up.
That means that half of us have really nice computers and the other half don't.
Maybe. Or good internet.
Let me know
My
when you
little-
guys are all up.
My little Surface Pro is it's almost 10 years old now. I don't know how it's still
Holy
alive.
shit.
Yeah, Surface Pros were pretty durable. A little bit of yearly maintenance on it, and they last.
This thing hasn't had maintenance ever.
You're overdue.
All right. Is everybody here? Everybody
I
have
think
the screen?
I still see half black, but I can try refreshing.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
That's
same.
really weird. I wonder why it's doing that.
I'll try refreshing.
Yeah, it's still the same thing for me. Huh.
It's what? All right. Hold on. Let's try it again.
Round 2. Void.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
No,
Does
mine-
everybody see Trebray's house?
No, mine was working. Now it's all black.
Yeah, I say it's all black now.
Inside Trevor's house.
That's so weird.
All right.
I,
Let's go
I
here
saw
first. Is everybody back on the title screen?
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Back to the immigrant. Yeah, that's
Everybody's
work.
here. Okay, now let me try it from here. My God.
Okay, mine popped up now.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
There we go.
Everybody good? Okay.
I still
Weird.
see black squares, but
What?
I'll just roll with
In
it.
the, well, there,
for
there
now.
should be black
Serious?
squares in the right corner, right bottom corner.
Yes.
But
Let's
Okay,
pull out.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. Okay, sweet. I'm with you.
All right.
I'm with
Good.
you.
Good. Okay. So you should see this token here, right here. I'm pinging.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that represents the whole group. So we still have to make, and I'm sorry we haven't done that yet, but we will. We're gonna make one. If you zoom in really closely, right now it's just the 4. We have to add Aliva in there, so we're gonna add
Yeah.
Aliva in there.
I'll work on that. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
do this week.
it's
but
all
I'll
right.
get that
No,
done
it's
this
been a
week
busy
for
week.
sure, yeah.
And we'll do that. But you're in there, Aliva. You're just hiding behind that tree right there.
I cannot believe I don't have my own little token. I feel so unlucky.
So, on top of that, as you kind of leave the house here and look around, Brandy, the first thing you notice is Bitters is still kind of on top of the of Halcon's house up there.
Oh yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to do with Bitters, like over there, since he's still there?
Yeah, I mean, Bitters is just looking around. I guess I would check in just to make sure because Bitters is at a much higher height advantage than I am. Make sure there wasn't any questionable individuals approaching the town.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Brandy. Roll a perception check for me. Do it with advantage. You're up
Okay.
really, really high. You're kind of underneath some tall trees. The rain isn't really inhibiting you here. 24. So what you see is through the town here, through the little bayou, you can see all the way to the east and all the way to the west. And from as far as you can see, Brandy, you don't see any human, any creature.
No souls.
Aside from some birds, maybe.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any activity except for Hedrick. Hedrick is down, seems to be in front of a hut or something. Possibly getting something out of a box or a crate in front of his hut. Also, it's pretty hard to see, but you have a 20. You got a 24. I'm going to hook you up a little. There does seem to be a person coming out of the back of the forest. You don't recognize them. They're very far away.
Okay. The forest over here to the east.
Over here, kind of down south.
Okay. Kind of. Oh my god, he looks spooky. I think I would want Bitters maybe to reposition over by on a different house just to keep an eye on that individual.
Yeah, where would you like to put Bitters?
I think Bitters wants to go over here.
Yeah, it's a great spot actually, right above the inn and the where the bosses have a hideout. This is a perfect spot actually, and with Bitters up pretty high, Brandy, you can actually see something else that was never really revealed to you or your party before because you've never been in this position before. You can see very clearly right here, sticking up out of the swamp, there is a mast sticking straight up out of the swamp. It probably has something to do with the underground structure, the boss's underground structure. It's absolutely as if a very large ship has been sunk here or has sunk here.
Oh, how weird. Okay.
Aside from that, it's really hard to see over the trees. I am going to give you a little bit more though because this is clever.
Oh shit, this town got a tiki bar.
I go there next.
Tiki bar.
We're hitting the tiki bar.
I could use a Long Island.
Let's go.
All right. You can kind of see over the tree line here, Brandy, there is absolutely a little hut of some sort. It absolutely is hidden. It seems to be out of the way and hidden behind very heavy trees, foliage and such.
Okay, well, I would share this information with the rest of the gang and just say I sent Bitters over to do a little bit of reconnaissance, and I can see that there's maybe a stranger approaching from the south that we should keep an eye on, and some kind of weird, mysterious hut back in the trees over here.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely relay that information. As you all kind of continue on the path down the path here from Trebre's house. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And we are heading towards the south.
Yeah, the Dockmaster, right?
All right. Perfect. Get to put you there for now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give you guys the floor here.
All right. Well, we would go down. Why are we going down outside of the Dockmaster?
Because apparently he has interest in climbing stones.
Oh, that's right. So we want to do some more vendoring.
Okay. Sounds good. So you approach. You hear the birds. The wildlife becomes a little bit more abundant and a little bit louder here as you kind of venture further south along the road here. And before you know it, you kind of are. You turn the corner, and you can kind of see there's the back end of a man as he's kind of bent over what seems to be a barrel, an open barrel, maybe water or something. And he seems to be splashing it up over his face and over his hair. As you approach.
Oh boy.
Just holler at him. Hey, you drunk old shit.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, you shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
30 feet away from you and I yelled at you. How's that sneaking up?
Pathetic.
Who
We're
are
very
you,
loud.
you anyway? I saw... Woo! Time for a recap.
Kind of goes in his pocket there.
Well, of course he has a flask.
He pulls it out.
That's a biter. Ha ha! That's a biter. Oh. What are you all doing here? Looking at me that way. You ain't never seen a dirty man before?
No,
Gesture to the group and to him, like, go right ahead.
it's a first for me, but you know,
You ain't never seen a man take a bath in a barrel of water before?
not if I could help it.
Gonna wipe
Sure,
his
that's
face
water.
off. Gonna wipe his face off.
What can I do for you? You here to see your boat?
Kind of looks over at D1. Is D1 there?
He said
think he's
BRB.
not.
Oh, okay.
He's
It's partly
just
why.
letting it play. He's
And
letting
I'll
it
leave it-
cook.
Just vibing.
Yeah, we'll just.
She waits, so.
He seems to be looking off in the clouds there.
Yeah, we're pretty exhausted, to be honest. We've got a lot on our mind.
You here for the big gathering? Is that
Big-
what you're all here for?
Remind me again what this gathering is.
You know, all the servants and such from around the towns that come in here. The gathering over at the inn.
Like the gathering of the juggalos.
Oh, jeez.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
I mean, we are currently staying at the inn, so when is this gathering happening?
I believe it's happening probably as we speak. Imagine somewhere in there. I don't go near that place.
The inn?
Prefer to stick to my bottle, if you know what I mean.
He kind of takes another big swig.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
just
feel
do
that.
Trust us, we do.
We feel you on that, man.
What kind of trouble y'all getting yourselves into these parts?
Well, we were tasked to find a man named Trebre.
Oh,
Familiar with him?
Trebre. I am familiar. You owe me a couple of coin, but that don't matter. A lot of people around here like him.
We've
When did you last
heard
see
that.
him?
Oh, I'd say probably a couple of weeks. He came by about a couple of weeks ago, asking about couple of things. Pick up some items for me. Said he might be going on a trip. I haven't seen him since. You tell him you see him. You tell him come over and see a good old Hedrick. And square away your bill. Ha!
Did he say where he was heading to? Or why?
I don't make it a habit of asking my patrons what they do with the things they buy from me, but
What did he buy from you? You run like a shop out of the dock here? Or?
hey, keep it down. If the wrong ears hear about that kind of thing, I might just be put out of here.
Oh, my bad.
Here, come closer.
Sure, I'll go up on the porch.
Closer.
Does the barrel smell like whiskey, or is it smell
It smells like just really bad water, just stagnant water, just dripping off his house or something. Yeah.
You could smell
Water
his
that's been
breath,
bathed in
dude.
more than once.
Yeah, he's absolutely just drenched with just dirty, gross. I mean, you can smell him from like multiple feet away. He smells exactly like you would imagine.
Oh yeah, dude, get closer to that.
There's definitely like a fish kind of sea, long out at sea smell coming off of him.
I could ask him, is my boat still okay? I know I was just here like earlier this afternoon or yesterday.
Oh, yeah, of course, your dinghy's fine. I always take good care of my customers. You wanna try something good? Try this.
He kind of hands you the flask. Kind of puts it in your direction.
D1 will take a big swig.
There you go. How about you roll a Constitution save with advantage because you don't really need to do anything like that. So
Yeah. Plus,
Just for
I'm
fun.
immune to,
I know.
poison.
Yeah,
Constitution save.
with advantage.
And I'm within, 10 feet of Aliva.
Ooh, look at that.
25.
You begin to feel absolutely euphoric for just about a moment, D1. It's an experience like you've gotten close to on a couple of sea journeys before, but never ever this quickly. It kind of leaves you just about as quickly as it hits you. But then as soon as it dissipates, you begin to hear Hedrick's voice in your head. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Listen, it's much better if we talk like this, okay? It's much better if we talk like this. You got to get your friends take a sip out of that flask. Just do it. I don't care how you do
You
it.
don't
Just do it.
sound drunk anymore.
I know. I'll explain everything. Just
Look at Brandy and say, some good stuff. Try this.
Oh, we'll say, might knock you on your butt there a little bit.
Would you call me small?
I mean, her name's Brandy. She can handle her booze.
nice.
No.
Nice.
Let me have a sample of what you're working with there.
Very nice. Oh, he hands you the go ahead, Dan. Go ahead and pop it if you think you can take it. Go ahead, Dan.
I would just take it back in one swallow.
Oh, that's amazing. Roll a Constitution save, Brandy. Do it with advantage
Okay.
because you are Brandy.
That is what I do.
Oh, 10. Brandy, you
over.
begin for a
dead.
moment. You're just like, you look at him in the eye, just in the eye with a straight face for a moment. And then you feel it, Brandy. You feel like the pucker in the back of your throat just begin just a little bit. And then there's a little bit of a hot, steamy feeling coming from the upper part of your stomach. You feel like a little bit of a release.
What the hell?
Well, it was
Oh, God.
released.
I told you.
How do you spell release?
And you hear Brandy, oh, perfect. You've got her. Listen, it's me. Don't make any sudden reactions. Just get the rest of your party to take a swig on this.
So I'll nod my head and say, all right, you guys got to take a sip of this. It'll knock your shoes right off. In a good way, though.
All right, does anybody resist?
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I'm
Alina
getting
resisted
roofied.
immediately.
I was like, ah!
Yeah, I'm definitely questioning this.
Like, that's going to be a no from me.
I give
So
the rim where all three mouths have already shared spit, and
Yeah.
with the most disgusted look on my face, say, "I decline impolitely."
Well,
I also decline. Less impolitely, I suppose.
well, I guess that's fine. It's not for everybody. That's okay. I'll tell you what.
Does Griff take one?
Griff did not. No, I'm still waiting.
I feel like
I'm. Does.
I'm getting roofied. Fuck it.
Oh,
I
you
guess
are.
I'll just fucking
do it?
grab the flask and
Yep. All right, roll a
take
con
a
save
swig.
for me, Griff. It's a good old regular con save.
Hope these roofies taste like peaches. Cons. Fuck. Why is my window not popping up? Cons.
Yeah, so the C's are at the top. Left side. Right underneath proficiency bonus, yeah.
Oop.
Oh, 17. Griff, you take it. It's got nothing on the peaches, man, that you consume on a daily basis. Honestly, it hits you for a moment before you realize, wait a minute, this isn't strong. And then you hear, oh, I'm so glad that you decided to join in. Listen, we've got to get the other two people with you to drink this. I have to tell you some things and I have to show you some things, but the only way is if you all drink. You all need to drink. I can't explain this now, but I knew you were all going to come here, and I knew that I would meet you. I'll explain it all later.
Oh God, I'll just pass it to Ronan and say, "Hey, come on, man, we're all drinking, don't you? Don't you want to join in on the fun here?
No, not at all.
Don't be rude."
D1 over here is, I'm just gonna say, just trust us. You've been with us for a while now. We wouldn't steer you wrong. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's part of our tradition here. We all.
I'm gonna give everybody a stink eye and regretfully take a sip from this thing.
Oh, nice, Ronan. All right,
Yes,
Ronan,
peer
roll a
pressure.
con save
Peer
for me,
pressure.
please.
Oh, everybody. At this point, everybody gets a D4 to their stuff too.
16. Very nice,
Well,
Ronan.
I'm an ally.
It's true, right? You begin to take a drink, and immediately, as soon as you begin to drink it, it's to you, it's just normal booze. But there's a zest, that kind of aftertaste that follows. As soon as this happens, for a moment, Ronan, everything kind of goes dark for a moment before you begin to see visions of a coastline, Ronan, and a light coming from the coastline. It's like almost blinding. You appear to be on coming from the perspective of possibly being on another landmass looking out, or possibly a vessel. It's really hard to say, but you can see it. It's radiating off the top of a mountain, and below it there seems to be like a long kind of staircase that leads from the beach all the way up. It kind of curls and winds and bends all the way up to like a central top point, and that's where the light kind of emanates from. Before you snap back out of it, and you hear, "Oh, good. Listen, I have so much to tell you, but we've got to convince your other friend here.
I just go completely shocked, wide-eyed that I have another voice in my head.
Yes, I know. It's hard to explain. This isn't gonna last very long. I just need you to all be. This is the only place where no one can hear us. Do you understand?
I will think back to him. That's fair.
And since Ronan's the only one to actually show much of an expression, and since he was the one to share the berries earlier, I'm immediately like, "You, what's happening?" Suspicious.
Nice.
Granted, it is suspicious, but I'm gonna ask for a little bit of trust. Just have a drink.
Trust from a stranger?
Yeah.
Why is everyone calling us strange?
I've known Hedrick since we got here, I'll say. He's
He's
taking
been a
care of
solid guy.
Yeah, I got a boat. He's taking care of it for me. I can give you that much. I know about him.
I take the flask, look at it, grimace, wipe the corner of my shirt across the rim, clean it off
Nice.
as best as I can, then
Yes.
take the teeniest little sip.
I love it, Aldinus. And for the sake of this, just because you are adhering so closely to the character that you have made, everybody deserves this, but we're going to go ahead and give you a point of inspiration.
Can you please remind me what that
Hey.
is?
Yeah, so you're going to be able to
Sorry.
use this to re-roll any
Okay.
roll. So if I ask you to roll something and you fail it, you can re-roll.
Yeah, so Aliva, if you look at the top left of your sheet, right
Mm-hmm.
above where your saving throws are, and proficiency bonus, you'll see inspiration. Yeah,
Oh,
if you
nice.
click that, you'll get a marker there. Now, yeah, you can basically just use that anytime you roll low, you can re-roll something.
Is that every session or just this session?
It's one time. So it's like a point. You get to use it one time, and then so we do it a little differently in ours, so that you can bank one, and then if you can earn another, but you have to use that one that session. So
Okay.
and we do that so that way you don't feel like you're penalized for playing your character or whatever, because everybody plays their characters so well, and it's hard to. I think everybody already has a point of inspiration, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Everybody else?
Think so.
Yeah.
Does everyone else already? I'm pretty sure
I
you all
Oh,
do.
D1
Okay.
used his, so I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, D1.
I'm not playing a character. This is just me.
Fucking same, dude.
No, I promise in real life, I would have been like, yeah, give me that fucking flask.
Right.
No, that's amazing. No, you played it so
Where's
well.
the Red Bull?
So, I would like you to please roll a con save for me.
I'm sorry, again, remind me, is that the it's not the far left, right? That's the little section right next to it?
The little narrow section, yeah.
To the far left, you mean, or the right,
Yep.
to the right of it?
I think it's
Underneath
to the far-
proficiency?
So
I think it's
con,
the far
con
left.
save is right underneath proficiency, the third one down. Con under saving throws. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I rolled with advantage in accident. My bad. Let me re-roll that.
No, it's okay. You got a
yeah.
10. A 10 is good. 10 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, okay.
All of you passed. It's insane, actually, but all of you did. You begin to instantly taste the low-valued, like absolute poor excuse for whiskey that you taste here.
It tastes
Yeah,
like what he
it's-
smells like.
It's really just Aliva. You've had some whiskey in your day, right? Like in your halls and such. You have had whiskey from all over the place, right? This
Yes.
is probably the most shittiest, just backwater I probably made in some jug somewhere behind a shed.
Or the barrel he's washing himself in.
Oh God, very quite possibly. But in the moment, you feel lightheaded just for a moment before you hear, I have to sincerely show my gratitude to you for partaking. I understand how difficult this was. Please, all of you, follow me into the hut. I know this is very strange. I'll explain. As he begins to listen, I'm gonna go ahead and go inside here and why don't you all come in here with me just for a moment? I'll show you a couple of things I got. You like that alcohol? I got some much better stuff in here. Come on, come this way.
I gotta sort out very loudly. Yeah, I'm down for a few drinks. Let's party.
Let's get
Perfect.
riggedy rig.
Perfect. Where are we? Sorry.
I'm gonna think to Alira. Can you hear me?
Yes, she can.
Yes.
You
And
all
I-
can. You're all connected.
Oh, interesting.
I reply back, yes, I can. And then I also pause in the doorway before going in. And if need be, if it makes sense, then a perception check.
For
Just
what?
any-
Sorry.
Any kind of perception
Oh,
check.
you wanna
like,
get a
shadiness.
good? Yeah, you got it. Just give me 1 second here. I just want to figure out what are we doing with Bitters and Rummy? Are we going to leave them kind of where they're at? For the moment?
Rummy will actually perch himself on the roof of the docks.
You got it. If you want to go ahead and move him, yeah, you
Yeah.
got it, man. Perfect.
And he's gonna sort of
All
just
right.
sort of lay low.
Yeah. So as you all walk in, I would like everyone to go ahead and roll a perception check for me, just to get a good general look around as you walk in. And I will describe the area for you. Here. Wow! Wow! Look at all these. Oh,
Holy shit.
Griff. Correct.
Right?
He doesn't see anything. His eyes are actually closed.
I'm focusing on the fucking Benny Hill music in my mind
I
that you
know.
all can hear now.
That's right.
It's just drowning all our thoughts out.
Yeah, I'm actually incredibly paranoid that people are hearing all my thoughts, and I'm like focusing on like
Yeah.
situation.
Exactly. And this is kind of the situation we're in right now. Is before we kind of go any further here, though. You guys want to take a quick break? How we all feeling?
Yeah, we could do a quick 10.
You guys want to do like a quick 10 or a quick 3, maybe? get back to it pretty quick?
Sure,
All right,
sure.
let's do that.
Quick 3.
A quick
It's
3.
like so arbitrary.
2.75 maybe.
What, 9? I don't know.
Start listing pie.
All right, yep. So
3.1.
3.1 out of 10.
All right,
I'll
be right back.
I'll take a hot 3.
Hot 3. I'll be right back.
Charlie Murphy.
Midnight. Darkness all around.
Darkness. Darkness twin. And then I punched him in the face.
What are the 5 fingers say to the face? I missed the Chappelle show.
Dude, it was legendary, man. Fuck your couch.
Did you ever watch the animated series called Boondocks?
Dude, love Boondocks.
Oh my
man.
god.
Grew up
That's
on
so
that
good.
shit. Uncle Ruckus, Huey, and fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Huey's like deep intellectual fucking, like, yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
I fucking love that show.
yeah, man. I literally grew up on that shit. Fucking Tom. The Black Tom. It's literally just, yeah. And then Stink Meaner. They like have to exercise him. Yeah.
Stink Meaner, dude.
Get your black ass out of this house.
It's it's a beautiful day to fuck shit up.
Yeah, yeah, that whole show was just great, man.
It was
Uncle
so-
Ruckus, he's like, he doesn't believe he's black.
Right.
He's like, I am
Read
adopted.
Lago.
God damn it. I swear I went to white heaven. I died and I went to white heaven. Yeah, man, that show was the shit back in the day. Plus the intro song was just badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still listen to that. It was like one of the first like good fucking hip hop songs that like you heard as a kid and you're just like, oh, this shit's fucking like badass.
I'm not really a big music person, but yeah, I did like that intro. Samurai Champloo has a really good intro too.
Ooh, yeah, it does.
dude. Ah, fucking love Samurai Champloo. I think Nujabes did all the tracks on that. I'm a huge Nujabes fan. Did you ever watch an anime called Afro Samurai?
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever
Samuel
play
L.
did you ever play the Afro Samurai game?
What? I didn't know they made a game.
It was on Xbox.
Holy shit. No, that's fucking
It was, yeah, it
awesome.
was pretty fucking good, dude.
Damn. Yeah, if it's anything like the show, man, that shit was fucking intense. It's like bloody as fuck.
Everybody back?
Yep.
I never left.
Well,
Here.
shit. You like my pseudo southern, what is it called? I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah, your little bio accent.
My little bio, do you like it? Is it good?
Yeah.
It was pretty
It's
good.
probably pretty cheesy.
You know, it
I
kind
mean, I
of
grew up
reminds
in
me of
Texas
that.
and Arkansas, so this is
Oh,
it
nice.
was pretty good. It was better than doing it.
Perfect.
Reminds me of the Creole accent, you know?
That's kind of what I was going for, yeah. Because
Yeah.
the boss
Got
is
that,
similar.
yeah.
The boss is more like, he's like, you'll see. Like, you remember.
No, you got that fucking white guy twang, man. Perfect.
I know, it's
Yeah,
Got
it's
that
good.
Creole.
Should have given Oliva my thick Arkansas accent. It would have been good.
nice.
Got everybody crazy.
It can come out like if you're mad or something, and we're like, wait, why is she talking like that?
I know people
Oh,
that
she's
are like that.
really
That
pissed.
they don't sound southern until they get mad, and then all their southern comes out. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I have a friend who's just like that. Like, well, she sounds southern a little bit to begin with, but she'll go from talking like this to I'm really ticked off.
Oh yeah, everybody reverts to their accent, their native tongue when they're upset.
Yeah.
Y'all pissing me the fuck off. That's great.
I got the whole Pennsylvania Dutch thing going on, so I don't know if there's an accent. Whatever.
Now, I'm regularly asked where I'm from. Like, I was asked actually last week at work by somebody where I was from. They were like, you say the words y'all, and almost unironically, you say the word ain't sometimes. They're like, so you have to be from the South, but you don't sound Southern. And I was like, excellent. Perfect.
Okay, that's good for me.
Yep.
I didn't realize ain't was a southern thing.
Ain't is
Yeah.
an American thing.
Is it?
I would say Appalachian and then
I don't
Southern
know.
for the
Actually,
most
no. I
part.
think
Yeah, it's
ain't is
pretty
just
prevalent
like
around
redneck.
Ain't and y'all. That's all prevalent around here. Where
Ain't and
where I
y'all,
live.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Y'all.
Yins.
Yup.
Yins. Oh, yins. That's another great one.
Y'all ain't treating me too kindly, you hear?
Yeah, here.
Yins coming to house now for dinner time.
So I'm watching reruns of the Dukes of Hazzard right now.
It's more Mon Pa Kettle, dude.
Here you go.
All right. Is everybody back?
Back with a bang.
All right. Okay. One second. You know, it's so funny. I make these extra folders to save time for the different sessions, and I end up like forgetting that I did that, and then I just end up wasting more time. It's so fun.
Husband does.
Oh man. Okay. So, do you all follow Hedrick into the hut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand in the doorway and I'm suspicious AF.
Yeah, of course, which is great actually. As you all begin to follow him into the hut here, you all kind of make your way through the doorway, which you find puzzling right off the bat is as soon as you walk through, you see there's a little area kind of that you have to walk through first, kind of like a little foyer. With a door, and then there's a little section, and then another door to his house. And in that section, you see above the door there are various sized wreaths. There's it looks like one's made out of maybe pure sage, one's made out of looks like weeds from just random weeds, and then there's another one that seems to be flowering, which is very odd to you. It seems to have little blue flowers kind of all over it. You walk up into the house, and then immediately you are welcomed. The smell hits you. It's there's like a raspberry, which is also very, very odd to you, considering you're in a swamp and you're being led by this dirty, filthy man who seems to kind of continue to lead you onward here. As you do, as you follow him, he leads you into the main sitting room here, and you all look around. And I'm going to go through the list here. Griff, you are the last in the line here, kind of behind. Aside from Aliva, who seems to be just hanging out kind of near the door here, just getting a good look around. And you notice a couple of things that catch your attention. This man has peaches, Griff.
Oh, of course.
They're fresh. I don't know if they're to your liking because they're fresh, but they're fresh peaches. Where in the hell did he get fresh peaches? It's the first thing you think.
Yeah, exactly.
You see a couple of... Yeah, it's very weird, man. He's some hanging flowers, some flowers hanging upside down, seemingly drying as well. And you walk in a little bit further here to find... just make sure that we're... Okay.
Can that just like flood my mind? Just peaches, just constantly. Yes. Everyone can hear it. Just
you're peach happy. Yeah. If there was a place like for peach euphoria, you would probably be the king. You know. So
does anybody else taste that?
The taste of peaches going through my mind.
You can smell the. It's abundant. Another thing too, Brandy, you notice as you walk in, you and Ronan, the both of you, as a matter of fact, you kind of are both of your eyes are drawn to the same very, very large sword that's hung above the mantle. I don't have a picture for you. It's very large. It's a two-handed longsword seemingly. It seems to have gold inlay and some jewels in the hilt. Very nice wrapped finger guard, or rather handle, with some black leather, and some other pieces and bits that kind of catch your eye. You notice them immediately. Jin, as soon as you kind of see them kind of venture in a little bit closer, kind of like turn your head a bit just to kind of see, because you're curious. There are a couple of pouches on a table kind of pretty far from you across the room next to a chair. The chair is made out of like a red, almost like a crushed velvet. It's hard. It's very deep red, with a lot of seams, very kind of fluffy and inviting. Next to it, a table. There seems to be a little glass, or rather a little, looks like a teacup or something, next to a book, sitting next to the chair. It's very elegant looking, from what you can tell. Very warm and very inviting place. Not at all what you would expect from a half drunkard person who runs around the town, seemingly making an ass out of himself at every chance he gets. D1,
Yes.
as soon as you kind of walk in, being who you are and the history that you have with ships and pillaging and looting and knowing what's valuable and what's worth taking the time to take, right? You notice almost immediately the sword that everybody seems to be drawn to, but at the same time, as everyone is kind of staring and looking around the room, you notice Hedrick walk over to kind of a little cabinet across the room there. He pulls a key out of his pocket and opens a cabinet. In the cabinet, as soon as he opens the cabinet, you see there are numerous wine bottles and little pitchers and such in there, as well as a couple of little books bound up. D1. There's one, a real thin one that seems to be bound up, but you can see the outside edges of the pages are like gold, maybe gold dipped or something. They're absolutely extravagant. You can see them from across the room. There's also a dagger in there, and the dagger is made out of what seems to be silver. There's a purple gem right on the very tip of the edge of the bottom of the pommel on the bottom. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and you can see like there's a little bit of a haze around it, which you find quite odd. As you all walk in, he kind of brings you all in as he kind of brings over a pitcher along with some glasses here, and he sits the glasses down, and he says to you all, over to you, Oliva, he says, in your mind, of course, all of this from now on, from here on out, there are no spoken words verbally. It's all through the mind. Everything is being said in silence here. And the first thing he says, he looks over across the room at Oliva and says, "If you wouldn't mind, just pull that door shut for me."
Why?
Well, there could be prying ears.
If we're only talking in our minds, what are they going to hear?
Well, the boss has many, many eyes and ears all around. I just can't risk giving you the information that I need to give you.
Do I have any reason to recognize the blue flowers above me or the smell in the air?
Ooh, roll a history check.
History. Where is history button?
15. As a matter of fact, you do. If you wouldn't mind following me to the whisper room for 1 second.
Okay.
No,
This
It
might
sounds
be-
it sounds like an opium den, the whisper room. Oh shit! How do I do this? Oh my god!
Should I pull her in? Are you good?
Yeah, hold on. I have to use my phone for all this because I
can. What do we do
have
for you?
bad technology. So once
yeah, just fucking
Oh,
click
okay.
and drag.
I didn't
it.
realize. Yeah.
The party room.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm
Curious
proud.
how like feasible it is for somebody to be listening or watching us right now.
Yeah,
Right?
That's a good question.
Obviously, one of the boss's henchmen has telepathy as well.
I'm just thinking if we're being watched by the boss, is it weird that we're all just sitting here like staring at each other and not talking?
Yeah, I was gonna say I would like mind like looking around or something.
Every once in a while, I'd just be like, "What do you guys think the tiki bar is?"
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect to actually have like see anything over there.
The gathering of the juggalos.
That's right.
Nah, not enough flyer.
I don't know what a fucking medieval juggalo would look like, but I guess the current day ones are pretty close.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
sure
say
it's,
probably not a whole lot of difference.
A bunch of little fucking axemen.
just a juggalo.
Deuce juggalo. I'm just thinking how I can get my non-hands on these peaches.
Hooray! All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Ricky grabber.
Awesome back.
Peaches.
Information.
Yeah, so you all kind of, yeah, sorry. As he kind of like, he's like, if you don't mind, just closing that door for me, and then we'll go ahead and listen. I have so much to tell you.
I'm gonna say to Hedrick in my head, should we say some shit out loud? Just so, I mean, if somebody's spying on us, is it not strange that we're all just standing here staring at each other in silence?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't you go ahead and go ahead and hand me that pitcher there beside you. I'll go ahead and pour some drinks.
Sure, we got some.
Good thinking.
We heard you're a little bit of a gemologist. We got some gems here for you to look at. That's sort of why we came by.
And I go ahead and shut the door, but I do lean against it, and my hand is kind of right by the latch to open it again if need be.
Sounds good. Sorry, I'm calling you the wrong name like all night.
Oh, I don't care.
Oh my god.
You called her. I think you called her Aldinas a couple times.
I did.
So just so everybody knows,
It's been Alida,
yeah.
Oh my
You have
god.
many names.
That's
So there's
true.
an NPC that's like a major part of our story right now in the other group, so named Aldina. So I think he's got that in his head.
Oh,
that's
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just suffer.
Adidas.
Yeah, that's right. Great. So you do. You kind of pull latch the door shut.
Yeah, pull it shut, but definitely don't lock it, and I'm standing right next to it.
Perfect. As soon as you pull the door shut, you hear it sounds like like the sound of water falling on a very flat surface. It seems to be happening all around you, just little by little by little. You can almost trace the sound with your eyes as you kind of like skim the upper corners of the room, and you watch a fine little light blue light seal itself all around the room. And then you hear Hedrick say, finally, all right. Listen, I understand how insane this must seem. I get let me start by saying that this is a trap and you're all dead. I'm just playing. No, that
It was roofies. I knew it.
That's right.
sorry, I was just stalling so I can get my music right. All right, he says, I heard that you were all here. I heard that there were people who weren't from around here that made their journey up through the coast and into the Blue Basilisk Bayou here, and I have to tell you, I've been here myself for a long time. As he waves his hand over his face, you all see a younger man before you. He says, the real Hedrick died about 3 months ago. I happened upon his house here, and he was drunk, dead in the corner. Who knows? Maybe he drank himself to death. Maybe he was killed. It's hard to say. There
And
were a
so
lot of
you just
broken
took
bottles.
up his life?
Well, let me explain. Let me explain.
Yeah, please do.
My name is Fyeth Shadestone. I'm heir to the throne of the Shadestone Empire, but we'll get into that a different day. The important thing is that I'm here for a couple of reasons. I'm trying to find my sister. For one, I think she joined a cult or something. She was taken not long ago. Anyway, I have so much to tell you. Listen, the boss, this boss that you know of, you got to do everything you can to stop him. You're the
Why
only
is
thing
that
that's
our
come here.
responsibility? Everybody in this fucking town has been putting this responsibility on us. Why?
It's because everyone here is already being controlled. You seem
Oh,
to be
shit.
the only outsiders here. Like, everyone that comes through this town is either disappears
that's
or
clear. I'm asking, why would we get involved with some podunk town's shit? I don't intend on living here. What care do I have for it?
because if you don't save us, the reclaiming will just take you too.
The reclaiming, what's that?
You don't know of the reclaiming.
We don't know
Really aren't
much.
from around here.
We really aren't. We're just trying to figure shit out.
This is new to me. Please explain.
I knew.
I just know Peach.
I knew the moment. I knew the moment that you brought me that boat. I knew that you were the ones. So I don't know if you've ever met him. There's a traveler that comes here every once in a while. He goes by the name of Lafon, and you'd know him if you saw him. He's pretty beaten up. They call him a line walker. We'll get into that another day. Anyway, he said that you would all come here. I thought he was crazy at first, but he knew exactly. He knew that it was an illusion that I was putting off. He knew it wasn't real. See, the boss never messed with Hedrick. He was the perfect way for me to infiltrate, and find out. And I can kind of do what I please around this town without anybody finding me, except for the boss. The boss has many servants. He has cronies all over the place. They probably saw you. They probably watched you leave Trebray's house. So you have to forgive me for acting suspicious. It's the only way for me to ensure that we wouldn't be heard. Hey, why don't you take that one over there from the corner? That one comes from the south, I think.
And I can't help but have the thought of, are these people going to assume that I'm like a plant?
Oh, maybe.
We definitely want to keep some things secret from the Croc boss, but at the same time, this is in my head to Hedrick. We are supposed to be meeting him soon. He's offered us employment.
Take it. Do whatever you can to get close to the boss. Learn everything you can about him. We have to listen. The boss serves somebody higher. We only know of what people call him. We don't know his actual name. We don't even know where he is, but
What do they call him?
He's known by the name the Black Spider. That's it. That's all we know. Apparently my cat wanted to add a little bit too.
It's
He has
dramatic
opinions.
effect.
He does. The Black Spider. Yeah,
He wants it.
cool, buddy.
But you do see it?
He wants to
That
kill
was
him.
like perfect timing, man.
I know. It's okay.
Dramatic effect.
There's so much more to discuss. I don't believe we have that much time. I think as soon as the gathering right now that's happening, the boss is having a lot of people over. There are a lot of delegates from different towns and villages and settlements and such from all over the area here. We have some halflings from the east, and we have some dwarfs. I'm pretty sure I saw an ogre or two the other day. Anyway, they're all there to see the boss. I have no idea. It's some big festival or gathering or a celebration or something. I can't be sure.
And why are you scared of this man? What exactly has he done to make this town worse? I just arrived.
He pushed my family out of our house, out of our kingdom. Well, he had a big hand in it. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is the reclaiming. If the boss finds the keys, then he'll begin the reclaiming, and all of us will be doomed. The land's already cursed.
Yeah, what is the reclaiming?
It is the merging of multiple dimensions into one. It is every nightmare you ever dreamed as a child. It is every horror story you heard around a campfire. It's all evil incarnate. No future for anybody, anywhere. I don't know if you've taken notice of the magical dome that seems to be, you guys have not, but far north, there's a city known as Neverwinter City that used to be a thriving kingdom that is now you don't want to get too close.
That's up north, right?
It's up north. Yeah.
What about this reclaiming? Do you know anything about it as far as, is there a particular item involved? A spell?
Yeah,
what?
What are these keys you mentioned?
The keys. So, when the ancient war took place, there were keys that were given to the different regional leaders in order to, keep each other honest. Unfortunately, one of the groups, he kind of begins to tell you a very long story about a great evil that emerged into the land here that required basically the allegiance of all of the kingdoms of dwarves, elves, men, and among other things, to kind of team up and kind of fight this horrible evil shadow that kind of creeped into the land here, due to an opening, dimensional opening that happened, that not a lot of people know the whole story about. And he kind of continues to tell you about something called the necroanimaphasic complexium, which is a mouthful. It is a machine that was built by the gods themselves in order to restore the battlefield with fresh souls, which is a hideous, horrible, awful thing to consider. But the keys would be required to restart this machine. The curse of the land, he begins to tell you about the curse of the land, because of unpaid debts and imbalance. Many of the people who die in this land are doomed to repeat because of this curse. And he begins to kind of go on and on and on, probably for a good 40 minutes, I would say, if not more, about his family, his ancestry, the Shadestones, and how they were entrusted with one of the keys, and that this key was not only stolen from them, but they were exploited for their knowledge, for their ancient knowledge and the things that they held, and that he was pushed out of his land, his parents killed, murdered, and both of his sisters forced to run into the wilderness. So basically, it's him looking for his two sisters currently.
And who stole the item from the family? Was it the Crackle Box?
So, as far as you understand it, he begins to tell you some kind of a legend of an item, of a ring, very large, larger than a human, probably made for a giant or something, and they were entrusted with keeping this the power within, and he begins to tell you, like, this is incredibly, like, top secret information, and if the wrong people hear about this, you know, it could be destruction and devastation for many tribes and villages in the surrounding areas because of the the sheer power. And he begins to kind of go into the story about the people that were sent by the Croc boss, which is why he's here, was to look for the Croc boss to get his vengeance, because he, in his mind, he believes that his sisters were probably taken by him.
And how high up in the hierarchy is the Croc boss?
He tells you openly, without any checks or anything, all of this. He tells you he is. It's hard to say. It's unknown. It's just known that above him is the Black Spider, and the Black Spider is to be feared. It's really all you know. There's a lot.
How do
there.
we
I'm sorry,
know
just a lot
that
on you.
How do we know he didn't just fucking kill
Roll an
Hendrik
insight.
himself?
Roll an insight check, Griff.
Oh god, of course the red guy gets the check.
No, you can.
I believe him. Roll.
Yeah, this is a do I believe him
Exactly.
one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, insight. Boom.
Yeah, we haven't done this one yet.
Okay.
15. So, Griff. Whisper room, sir.
I was gonna say it smells like a
Oh
whisper.
fuck.
Yeah.
God damn. The party room.
Secrets.
Shit. Secrets.
So what happens when like multiple characters all say the same thing? Like, hey, yeah, I don't believe this shit. Is it like multiple people to the secret room or no?
I don't had an instance.
Or
where
it depends on the roles, and yeah, sometimes you can take several people down there, or sometimes one at a time if he just wants one person to only know something.
Okay.
I think we've had 2 of us go down there at the same time, but that's all.
Yeah, there's been times where we had several down
Oh
there.
shit! Yeah, it was me and Griff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took you guys for a long time.
Yeah, it's just for once in a while, it's like information that, like, as you can have the option of just knowing yourself and then deciding whether or not you want to share it with the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Right.
You guys here.
It's a quickie.
Get more into it later. Yeah.
That was a great.
God
You didn't
damn.
even buy me dinner first. Jesus.
What, you want some rotten peaches?
Oh, that's awesome. All right,
Rotten
Griff.
peach salad. Yeah, so basically I'll nod my head and say it seems like what this new character is explaining seems genuine.
I'm standing right here. I can hear you.
I at least
I'll just
know
nod my head and say, yes, I believe you.
I at least know that the blue flowers and the wreath above me are a symbol of the Shadestone family.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, he seems like the real deal.
Well, we should probably check out this meeting with the Croc boss and see what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, that seems like our logical next goal.
It
I
does.
have to be on guard, guys. Listen,
We just need a plan in mind.
I have to just please. I have to just listen to me just for one moment. I have to drive the fact home to you. You have to understand. There are enemies everywhere here. When the place that you're not looking, that corner where there is, it's just a table and a chair, like the upper platform where there is just a stack of old dirty dishes. You have to be vigilant. The boss has eyes and ears everywhere, and if you
What, you
can't
mean just like invisible assholes all over the place?
And the damn dirty dishes.
they could be everywhere. I almost
We
got caught
hear
last
you.
week.
Oh, shoot.
I almost got caught last week. I was down trying to do some maintenance work off the dock. I kind of slipped for one moment. Looked over my right shoulder and I saw somebody kind of coming down the path.
Yeah,
Hey,
side note, what is this brew, by the way?
I'm sorry?
What is this drink, by the way?
Oh, this drink?
Yeah.
This is so this is just some shitty whiskey that I found you know, in the house here. I added a little bit of this special vial. He kind of pulls out a little vial from his. Listen, it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
It's cream of some young guy.
Did we get Hendrick's last name? It's not Cosby.
You did not. No, you did not get Hedrick's nest, and he actually tells you. If you ask Hedrick Cosby, it's like,
Hendrick Cosby.
I totally missed
Cosby.
it. He doesn't actually know Hedrick's last name. He says that's like a
perfect.
thing. I don't know his last name. I just found him. I don't know that much about him. He shows you he is quite a master of illusion, Ronan. He shows you the little vial from his pocket here, and he explains to you that it basically enables the drinker to communicate with another person that drinks the same liquid for up to an hour without using any verbal language. It's all telepathic.
Yeah, it's pretty neat little trick for sure.
Yeah. But you can see him in all of it. He is a young, probably 26 tops, 26 years old. He's wearing kind of pretty nice garment for trying to not be who he is. I mean, aside from the illusion that he's obviously showing to everyone.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell him. As long as you keep my rowboat safe, your secret's safe with us.
I gotta
You
tell
and
you,
your
it's the easiest
rowboat.
job. Something else. This man, this Hedrick, it took me a while, but I found he had a couple of items of his own. If you want to follow me to the back here, I mean, I certainly don't have any use for him. Maybe you guys might.
Yeah, we were gonna ask if you had anything useful for infiltrating this croc boss.
Yeah, we do. Here, let me take you to the back, and I think that might actually be a great time to end the session, everyone.
Yeah, that would be.
Right before we go to the back. Nice. Does anybody have any questions? I kind of went through that really quickly and very brokenly on purpose because I don't want to.
You know
kinda
what
wanna give
he
you a little
gives me
bit of
vibes of?
Yes.
He kind of gives me vibes of like the Black Prince from WoW.
Oh, a little
there you
bit.
go.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm like totally
I
getting
have
that.
one question.
Sure.
When you refer to dimensions, are you talking about just the other planes?
No comment.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got it.
Ronan's important to this whole thing, though. I can't tell you that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Now
you're
that
you're have
answers
some
it.
fun
Now we're all gonna
I'm gonna start a
die.
cult.
Yeah, I'm
No,
strumming my
you're gonna
fingers
love
together now.
My bad, religion. Sorry.
I think it's gonna be really cool. I think you're really gonna like what's coming. So. Yeah, good job, everybody. We didn't do announcements tonight. Totally missed that. Is everybody good for next week?
Yep.
I
Unless
should
otherwise-
be. I will probably text one of you if I'm not.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds
Yeah,
good. Thank
I
you,
am.
everybody, for recording.
Yeah.
All right, guys. In 3, 2, 1, we are
Bye.
out.
Sweet. All right. Thank you. I did